So Donald Trump keeps taking his gloves off during the campaign trail. The New York Times reports that Trump made offensive remarks about Harris's mental acuity at dinner with donors. And what do they mean by this? Well, let's look at the first paragraph of the article. Former President Donald Trump called Vice President Harris retarded while attempting to convince top Republican donors to pour more money into his campaign, the New York Times reported Saturday. According to the Times, the former president's offensive remark came during a dinner with donors at his penthouse apartment last month. Among the donors present were his former education secretary, Betsy DeVos, her husband, hedge fund manager Paul Singer, investment banker Warren Stevens, and billionaire Joe Ricketts. To the group of wealthy donors, Trump argued that his administration's tax policy was favorable to them and that they should be grateful and help his campaign more, according to the Times. Of course, because it's always about the big tax cut. Sources told the Times that Trump was frustrated with fundraising numbers as Harris continues to bring in more cash than his campaign. If money guaranteed electoral success, Hillary Clinton would have been president, Trump's campaign said Saturday in a statement to CNN. That's actually true. Hillary Clinton did raise quite a bit more money than him in 2016. But President Trump is in a better financial position than ever before, and he's leading in the polls, campaign spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt added. Trump's exasperation comes in the final stretch of the campaign as the race to the White House remains exceedingly tight. Researchers at Open Secret, a nonpartisan group that tracks money in elections, noted in a report this week that at this rate, Trump could struggle even to match what his political operation raised during the 2020 campaign. Meanwhile, Harris has raised $1 billion since entering the race in late July, CNN reported earlier this week, while other candidates alongside their political parties have exceeded the $1 billion mark in past elections. Harris crossed that threshold at a breakneck pace. Trump has often made disparaging remarks about his opponents, including Biden, when he was still in the race. Late last month, Trump publicly insulted Harris's mental state at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania, calling her mentally impaired. For Harris's part, during her first presidential campaign in 2019, Harris came under fire for responding, well said, to a lengthy question from a voter who had called Trump's actions mentally retarded. Harris at the time posted an apology from her presidential campaign account on X, then known as Twitter, and while she didn't hear the term, she said that that word and others like it aren't acceptable ever. Yet again, we're seeing the difference between Democrats and Republicans. Democrats apologize, Republicans, or at least not Trump, do not. And I know that this is a report about Trump saying retarded behind closed doors, so he would probably just deny it. But he's still out there bashing Kamala Harris's mental acuity, calling her mentally impaired. Like, it's just ableist at this point. I mean, I get that it's kind of tough to say that your opponent is not mentally fit for the job without sounding ableist. But this is just like, find a better line of attack, dude. And he's obviously smart enough to know that he shouldn't go on the campaign trail and call Harris retarded, like literally calling her a straight retard. But yeah, I mean, I totally believe this report. I think this is accurate. I could totally imagine Trump saying that. I think I even remember some reports of him like calling someone else retarded behind closed doors earlier on in his presidency, although I don't remember the details. But yeah, this seems legit. And yeah, I think he shouldn't be throwing stones in glass houses, though, because the cognitive decline is pretty apparent with him. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe this report? Do you not believe it? If you don't believe it, please explain why, and I will listen. But yeah, as always, leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video.